Good morning guys, I hope you're all doing well, and today I want to do a video to make you aware about something that happened to me, and I just don't want it to happen to you guys. Now this thing will be relevant only if you live in the UK. Otherwise I don't think you're gonna have the same issues. But anyways, it's something to do with this. As you can see, I've got a parking penalty notice in my hand, and I want to explain to you what happened and make you a bit aware what can happen with this, which I think it's currently like a scam. It's like robbing you in broad daylight. Okay, so let me explain what happened and why I got this. So I'm sure a lot of you will know nowadays they take away those machines where you pay for your parking. Instead of having the machines where you pay cash or with a card straight away and you get a ticket, they're cutting away with that, and they put signs: pay by phone or by text or by app. Now what is it? There's a sign with a little code number. You need to call them up or do it with the app or by text even, and that's how you pay for your parking. You tell them how long you want to pay for, half an hour or something, 1 hour, and then it just automatically pays off for your car for that time in the space. Right? Simple. Now the problem is this thing is not new, but it's just recently, like a couple of years now, so people are still not too familiar with this. But anyways, what happened was I parked outside. I went out to eat. I parked there, and I saw this pay by phone thing. I was looking for a machine because for me it's easier. I just put in a few coins in the machine, I get a ticket in my hand, do it and put it on the windscreen. That's just a simple way for me. I know it's old-fashioned, but I think that way is just much more easier, much more simple and better for me anyways. So I at that time I didn't have yet a pay by phone account, or I wasn't registered. So basically what I had to do is I had to call them up, and I registered myself for an account. Took about 10-15 minutes, of course, which is hassle. And what I done is I went across the road where the restaurant I went to was. It was just opposite the car, right opposite the car, across the road, same street. It's like 5 meters less, like let's say 5 meters apart, across the road. And when the person asked me what's the location, I just looked at the sign there next to me, and it said I had like a location number, right? That's the number you're meant to give them when you park. Anyways, long story short, I paid for that location, went in, I had a nice time with my friends, went out to eat. I come back out, I see this on my car. Now I'm wondering, like, what the fuck is this? I paid, this must be a mistake, right? Like, what do you want from me? Like, I thought maybe it's not registered on the system, maybe it takes time. Whatever it is, I thought it's a mistake anyways. I wasn't worried at the time, but I thought it doesn't make sense. So what I've done is I went online. You can try and you can try and pay or challenge your tickets online with a code. I tried doing that. It didn't allow me to log in. It just said that we cannot find your ticket, whatever. So I thought, oh, it's definitely a mistake. It's probably even cancelled. What happens is, a couple of weeks later, I receive a letter by post saying that that I have a outstanding parking fine and I need to pay it. So I write them a letter, because there's no number to call you, or you can email or write a letter. So I emailed them actually, and I told them this doesn't make sense. I definitely made a payment. I've got proof. I checked my account, my bank account, just to make sure. I thought maybe they didn't take out the payment or something. Yes, it definitely went out from my bank account. I have nothing to worry about. It's definitely their mistake, and that's definitely what I thought anyways. Now what they replied to me, they told me, is we can see that you paid for location, this number, this, but not the one you were in. So I'm saying, like, what do you mean you were paid? Anyways, So what happened was I went, you know, that street is quite local, so I went by that street and I checked the number, and I realized that every few meters they have a different location number. So basically what happened was, obviously I didn't know, I just put in the number I was near the car to, right? Now what I should have done, I mean they claim, is I should have, outside the car, that sign, that number I should have put in. Now I personally think it's still a scam, robbing in broad daylight, because at the end of the day I paid. It's not like I didn't pay, and it's not like it's in a different street or different area. It's exactly the same street. 2 minutes, the nice M5 again here. We saw it in the other video 2 days ago, last video or something. Nice one. Anyways, it's not like it's in a different street, it's the same council, so the money goes into the same account, it goes into the same people, right? So it's basically just making me pay for the parking and then robbing me with a massive ticket. Now at the end of the whole thing I had to pay like 120 quid for the ticket, because I went up, obviously, you know, those bullshit things. So the point is, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to make you aware about this, guys. You know, people don't realize that the government, you know, the government are just as bad as many of those scammers or thieves or anything out there, right? But obviously they do it in a legal way, they do it in a clever way. They're not gonna go and rob you, give me your money. They're gonna make things to confuse people. That's how they make money. There's so many things they do with parking fines. They make things confusing just for people to get confused. That's the whole point. They can make it very simple on the sign, and it doesn't say anywhere on the sign, please make sure you put in the correct location where your car is. If I would have known that, obviously I would have put there, because I paid in the end of the day. But obviously to them, they say I didn't pay for that location, and you know, I have a parking penalty to pay. So guys, just be aware, yes? If you park by pay by phone, and not only this, the worst thing is, a few days later, this penalty was for this car. 2 days later, I went with my BMW it was actually in the same council, the same borough. I parked my car as well in a restaurant, which is funny, and I come out, I see again a fucking ticket like this. I'm not kidding, guys, I'm serious. And it was exactly the same thing. Now obviously if I would have learned from the first one, I would have made sure, but obviously it happened a few days apart, so I didn't know yet what the reason was. So I thought definitely, oh, they have a mistake with their system. It's already the second time this happens to me. So here I can even prove you, this is the letters they sent telling me the same thing with there. Now the problem is, over there I done it with my app, because I downloaded the app. It was easier for me, because you know, I didn't want to call them up every time. It just took too long for me. So I downloaded the app they have, and right on. Oh, it's a lorry driver just turning like this without indicating. So what happened was, I downloaded the app, and it's much easier. You just put in the location number in the app and it's done. So what happened was, I had the app and I had already that street name in the app, because you can see the recent places where I parked. You can just, it's faster. Basically you go to recent locations, select location and how much time you want to buy, and you stay and park there. So basically I was in that street like a day before, and I paid for that street, so I had it saved in my app. But it was literally, I'm very serious, guys, it was literally a few shops away. I went to an estate agent shop. And then obviously the second time when I got the parking penalty, I went to a restaurant. It was a few shops away. So I went to, you know, I saw recent locations. I said, oh, it's already here. I just selected it and bought the time. But again, didn't I realize that few shops away were another location number. So I got another ticket, which is here. So I got one on each car. Anyways, it's a fucking scam. It's just robbing you in broad daylight. You know, I understand that they probably do this location numbers so that they want people to pay for one location and park anywhere and everywhere, right? But if it's in exactly the same area, I don't think it's right, you know. They should at least give me a warning and not charge me. Look at the M3 on the tow truck. Which I think is definitely disgusting and greed, because anyways, what happened. It's not about that. It's about making you guys aware, and when you guys go out there and park, make sure you put the location number right in front of you, because otherwise you'll be fined with a big hefty ticket. And it's just disgusting, but that's life, you know. Like I said, they can rob you in broad daylight. It's just a way of doing it, you know. It's not coming to you with a gun, giving you money. It's doing it in a legal, clever way, you know. That's just the way it works. So guys, this video is all about making you aware. If you're parking, pay by phone, make sure you put the right location. I don't want you guys to get a ticket. It's not only that, you know, I just can't, it just pisses me off, you know. I can't see them making money for no reason, you know. Let's say someone didn't pay, then I understand he deserves a parking penalty, or she, whatever. But if you paid, I just can't stand it. You know, let me finish off with a quick story here, and we'll end it there. So basically what happened is, one day I parked in a private property. I went to the gym. They have the car park space, and the out of the whole gym car park, there were a few spaces that were for private, you know, just for, you know, it was a private parking that only people who had a special permit could park there. Anyways, I parked in this permit, which obviously I was wrong. I'm not telling you, you know, I know I was wrong to park there. I parked in this thing because my friend told me it's fine, he always parks there. Anyways, doesn't matter, I was a driver, I was wrong. So I parked in this stupid little thing. There's Ferrari there. Anyways, I parked in this, yeah, how many times am I telling you? I parked in this thing, and when I come back, I see my car with a clamp on it. Now, it was about 5 years ago. Today, I don't think it's legal anymore for a private parking company to clamp your car. But anyways, I parked in there. I got a clamp when I came out, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? So what I tried to do is I quickly tried to go to one of the building shops, you know, where sell tools and stuff. I wanted to buy like a chopper to just cut off the clamp, because I said, allow that, I'm not gonna pay this shit. This is some private shit, you know. They wanted some crazy amount. There wasn't a you know, a small amount of 60 quid or whatever, and like a normal parking ticket. They wanted like £250 or £300. I said, fuck that, I'm not gonna pay them that money for what? You know, if it's a small fine, you know, I'll pay it, I'll take it. But anyways, I couldn't find, I went to all the local shops near where sell tools. I couldn't find the big chopper to cut off the lock. So what happened, the time I came back, the guys who put on the ticket were back already by the car, and they told me, look mate, if you're not paying it, we're calling a towing truck and we're gonna take away your car, and it's gonna cost you more. You're gonna have to pay the towing fee and this fee and that fee, garage fee. You know, so I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna pay you guys, you know. I mean, well, what's this crazy amount for? What? They want like £300 for what, you know? They basically, it was like £60 the parking penalty, and like 200 and something pounds the clamp fee. I was like, what clamp fee? Basically for putting on the clamp, and you know, I was like, are you serious? You know, this wasn't a joke, you know. Anyways, I said, you can kiss my ass, I'm not paying you nothing. What happened was, they started calling down the tow truck. The tow truck came down. I said, you're not towing my car. I'm sitting in my car legally. They can't lift the car if you're sitting in the car. So I done that, but then they, you know, started getting heated and arguing and shouting and fighting, and people came out from the gym. You know how it goes. So they called police, and sadly I had about 5-6 police cars coming, you know, like For a story like this, to send so many policemen, seriously, it looked like some massive murder or something. And the police guy told me if I don't get out of the car, they're gonna have to take me out. And I was like, that's, first of all, then I didn't know the laws and everything, but first of all, that's not true, because they legally can't take me out from my own property. I didn't, you know, commit any offense or something, so the police could not get involved. But anyways, at the time I didn't know. I went out of my car, I said fuck it, I don't have a choice here. I paid that fucking ticket. I paid them 300 quid, something like that, 300 quid for that ticket. But I was so pissed off. I didn't have a choice, obviously. Otherwise they would have taken away my car. If it would have happened today, I wouldn't, you know, I would ignore the police. You know, they can't do anything legally. Anyways, so I had to pay that. I was so pissed off, but I had no choice. I paid that the company, you know, the money, but I was still so angry. The very same day I went to buy a clamp, you know, like a cutter, a chopper to cut locks, to cut a padlock, you know, a big thick lock, because I was so angry. So I found one, I kept it in my car. I said from now, stay in my car boot whenever I have such a thing. Obviously private, not if it's a DVLA, you can't fuck around, you know, DVLA is the government. So what happened was 2 days later I go back to that place, you know, to the gym, and I see another guy with a clamp. I saw that, I felt it straight away. What I done is I gave him my cutter. I said, listen mate, take this, do what you need to do, give it back to me. And that guy was so happy. He took the cutter, he chopped off the lock, he took off the clamp. And you know what I told him? I said, don't leave the clamp here. You know why? I don't even want them to get the clamp back. That's how pissed off I was. I said, they don't even deserve that clamp back. Let them lose money on this clamp. So the guy took it with him, gave me back my thing. I was so happy. You know why? Because they got what they deserved. And yeah, that's just a story to finish off, man. So gotta be aware with these private companies, and you know, these even the government. You see what happens with the government. You know, they just do it in broad daylight, but it's just ways of doing it. So anyways guys, this is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, and it's all about making you aware guys, and it's a bit of a story in the same time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, take care, and I'll see you. Bye.